Section 1. Understanding water fasting, a foundational overview. Water fasting is a type of fast. It involves abstaining from all food and drink, except for water. This means no calories are consumed during the fasting period. The body receives no energy from food sources. It relies solely on its internal reserves. This practice is quite distinct from other forms of caloric restriction or intermittent fasting, where some food intake is permitted on certain days or at certain times. During a true water fast, coffee, tea, diet sodas, and even calorie-free sweeteners are typically avoided. The purity of consuming only water is central to this approach, ensuring the body is not processing any external nutrients or chemicals, allowing it to enter a unique physiological state. The duration of a water fast can vary significantly. Many people begin with shorter fasts. These might last for 24 hours. Some may extend this to 48 or 72 hours. These shorter durations are often seen as more manageable for beginners. They allow individuals to experience the effects of fasting without excessive strain. However, some individuals undertake much longer fasts. These can extend for several days or even weeks. It is crucial to understand that fasts lasting longer than 72 hours carry increased risks. Therefore, they should ideally be conducted under strict medical supervision. This supervision helps to monitor for any adverse effects and ensure safety throughout the extended fasting period. Fasting itself is not a modern invention or a fleeting health trend. It has deep historical roots. It has been practiced for thousands of years across various cultures and religions worldwide. Many spiritual traditions incorporate fasting as a means of purification, reflection, or to enhance spiritual awareness. Ancient healers also recognized the therapeutic potential of fasting for certain ailments. This long history suggests that abstaining from food for periods is something human bodies have adapted to over millennia. It is not an entirely unnatural state, though prolonged fasting in the modern world requires careful consideration due to different lifestyles and baseline health statuses compared to our ancestors. When the body is deprived of external calories, it undergoes a significant metabolic shift. Normally, our cells use glucose from carbohydrates as their primary energy source. During a water fast, after about 12 to 24 hours, stored glucose or glycogen becomes depleted. The body then begins to break down fat for energy. This process is known as ketosis. Fat stores are converted into ketone bodies. These ketone bodies then serve as an alternative fuel for the brain and other tissues. This metabolic switch is fundamental to many of the physiological changes and potential benefits attributed to water fasting, marking a transition from external to internal sustenance. Section 2. The allure of potential benefits. What draws people to water fasting? One of the most common reasons people undertake water fasting is for weight loss. When the body receives no calories, it is forced to burn its stored fat for energy. This can lead to a noticeable reduction in body weight, particularly during longer fasts. Some reports suggest significant weight loss figures, such as losing around 12.5 pounds over a 7-day fast, although a portion of this initial loss is often water weight. Nevertheless, the prospect of rapid weight reduction is a powerful motivator for many individuals struggling with excess body fat. The body's shift to fat burning, or ketosis, is key to this process, offering a direct route to diminishing adipose tissue. Beyond weight management, many proponents of water fasting speak of its detoxification benefits. The theory is that by giving the digestive system a complete rest, the body can divert energy towards cellular repair and the elimination of accumulated toxins. While the scientific definition of detoxification in this context can be debated, the period of abstinence from food processing certainly allows organs like the liver and kidneys to function without the constant burden of metabolizing external substances. This respite is believed to support the body's natural cleansing mechanisms, helping to clear out waste products and damaged cellular components, contributing to an overall sense of rejuvenation and internal cleanliness. Improvements in various metabolic health markers are another significant draw. Studies and anecdotal reports suggest that water fasting can positively influence factors like blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Some individuals report feeling physically lighter, more flexible, and generally healthier after a fast. This could be linked to reduced inflammation and the metabolic shifts that occur during fasting. The experience of enhanced physical well-being, such as increased energy levels once the initial adaptation phase is over, encourages many to incorporate periodic fasting into their lifestyle, seeking a sustained improvement in their overall physiological function and vitality. Many individuals also report enhanced mental clarity and focus during and after a water fast. Once the initial hunger pangs and potential discomfort subside, some fasters experience a heightened sense of alertness and cognitive function. This could be related to the brain utilizing ketone bodies for fuel, which some research suggests can be a more efficient energy source than glucose. The discipline required to complete a fast can also foster a sense of mental strength and control. Some people find that fasting helps them to break free from patterns of emotional or habitual eating, leading to a more mindful approach to food and a sharper, more focused state of mind. Section 3. Scientific Scrutiny, Examining the Evidence Behind the Claims. The claim of weight loss through water fasting is supported by observable outcomes and some scientific investigation. When caloric intake ceases, the body inevitably turns to its energy reserves. Initially, glycogen stores are used, leading to water loss, followed by the metabolism of fat. For instance, some studies have documented significant weight reduction in participants undergoing medically supervised water fasts. One report indicated a potential loss of approximately 12.5 pounds over a 7-day fast. While individual results vary and long-term weight maintenance requires sustained lifestyle changes, the short-term efficacy of water fasting for reducing body mass is generally acknowledged by researchers in the field of human metabolism. Evidence also points towards potential benefits for heart health. High blood pressure or hypertension is a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease. A 2022 study, for example, found that a 17-day water fast led to a reduction in systolic blood pressure among individuals who were overweight or obese. Furthermore, fasting may help reduce oxidative stress, which is implicated in the development of heart disease. By inducing a state of nutritional ketosis, where the body burns fat for fuel, fasting might offer protective effects against various cardiovascular issues. These findings suggest that controlled fasting could be a useful non-pharmacological intervention for improving heart health parameters under appropriate medical guidance. The management of type 2 diabetes is another area where fasting shows promise. A notable 2023 study on intermittent fasting, which shares some mechanisms with water fasting, demonstrated significant improvements. In this study, a high percentage of participants were able to reduce their reliance on diabetes medications, with over half achieving diabetes remission. Water fasting can improve insulin sensitivity, meaning the body's cells become more responsive to insulin, allowing for better blood sugar control. By lowering insulin levels and reducing insulin resistance, fasting addresses key underlying factors in type 2 diabetes, offering a potential pathway to improved glycemic control and overall metabolic health. Reduced inflammation is a further significant benefit linked to water fasting, supported by scientific research. Chronic inflammation is a known contributor to a wide range of health problems, including heart disease, arthritis, and some cancers. Studies have observed that fasting can lead to a decrease in levels of inflammatory markers in the body. For example, research has shown reductions in C-reactive protein, or CRP, a common indicator of systemic inflammation following periods of fasting. By reducing the inflammatory load, water fasting might help to mitigate the risk and severity of these chronic conditions, promoting a healthier internal environment and supporting the body's natural healing processes. Section 4. The body's innate healing, regeneration, and autophagy. During fasting, a fascinating process that occurs during fasting is autophagy. This term literally means self-eating. It is the body's natural mechanism for cleaning out damaged cells, old proteins, and cellular debris. Think of it as an internal housekeeping service. Autophagy breaks down these unwanted components and recycles them into new cellular parts or energy. This process is crucial for maintaining cellular health and function. When we are constantly eating, autophagy is suppressed. Fasting provides the necessary trigger for this vital cellular maintenance to ramp up, allowing the body to efficiently remove dysfunctional elements and keep cells youthful and robust. Water fasting is a potent stimulus for autophagy. When the body is deprived of external nutrients, cells activate autophagy pathways to survive and maintain homeostasis. This cellular cleansing has profound implications for disease prevention. For instance, by removing damaged mitochondria and misfolded proteins, autophagy may help reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. It also plays a role in cancer prevention by eliminating precancerous cells and limiting tumor growth. The enhanced autophagy during fasting is therefore a key mechanism behind many of its purported health benefits, promoting longevity and resilience at a fundamental cellular level. Beyond cellular cleanup, fasting has also been shown to stimulate stem cell regeneration. Research, including studies from institutions like MIT, has revealed that fasting can boost the regenerative abilities of various stem cell populations. For example, studies on intestinal stem cells have shown that a 24-hour fast can significantly enhance their capacity to repair and rebuild the intestinal lining. This is particularly relevant for recovery from intestinal injuries or inflammation. Similar regenerative effects have been observed in other tissues. This ability to awaken dormant stem cells and promote tissue renewal is a remarkable aspect of the body's response to fasting. The implications of enhanced autophagy and stem cell activity are far-reaching. They contribute to the body's innate ability to heal and rejuvenate itself. By periodically giving the digestive system a rest and allowing these processes to take center stage, we may be able to slow down aspects of the aging process and improve recovery from various stressors. This innate healing capacity is a powerful testament to the body's resilience. Water fasting, by creating the right conditions, allows these deep-seated regenerative mechanisms to operate more effectively, supporting overall health and potentially extending our health span, the period of life spent in good health. Section 5. Beyond the physical, spiritual, and psychological dimensions of fasting. Fasting has long been intertwined with spiritual practices across a multitude of cultures and religions. For centuries, individuals have undertaken periods of abstinence from food as a way to purify the body and mind, seeking a deeper connection with the divine or a heightened state of spiritual awareness. In traditions such as Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, and Hinduism, fasting is often observed during specific holy days or as a regular discipline. It is seen as a means to cultivate humility, gratitude, and empathy for those less fortunate. This spiritual dimension provides a profound sense of purpose and meaning for many who choose to engage in water fasting. From a psychological perspective, successfully completing a water fast can bring a significant sense of accomplishment and self-discipline. Overcoming the physical discomfort of hunger and the mental challenge of abstaining from food requires considerable willpower. This can translate into increased confidence and a feeling of empowerment. Many fasters report a newfound control over their eating habits and a reduced dependency on food for emotional comfort. The experience can break cycles of cravings and mindless consumption, fostering a more conscious relationship with nourishment. This mastery over one's impulses can be a very rewarding aspect of the fasting journey. Enhanced mental clarity and a heightened sense of mindfulness are also frequently reported psychological benefits. As the body adapts to fasting, many individuals experience a sharper focus and an ability to concentrate more effectively. Without the constant demands of digestion and the fluctuations in blood sugar that can follow meals, the mind may feel calmer and more stable. This state can be conducive to introspection and self-reflection. Fasting can encourage individuals to become more attuned to their body's true hunger signals, distinguishing them from emotional or habitual urges to eat, thereby promoting a more mindful and intuitive approach to their overall well-being. However, it is important to acknowledge potential psychological risks, particularly for certain individuals. For those with a history of eating disorders, such as anorexia nervosa or bulimia nervosa, fasting can be a dangerous trigger. It may exacerbate obsessive thoughts about food, weight, and body image, potentially leading to a relapse or the development of unhealthy behaviors. The restrictive nature of water fasting, if approached with the wrong mindset, could foster an unhealthy relationship with food. Therefore, it is crucial for anyone with a predisposition to disordered eating to avoid water fasting or to approach it with extreme caution and professional guidance. Section 6. Navigating the perils, recognizing the risks and complications. Despite its potential benefits, water fasting is not without significant risks, and dehydration is a primary concern. It might seem counterintuitive as one is consuming only water, but the lack of food intake also means a lack of electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium, which are crucial for maintaining fluid balance. These electrolytes are normally obtained from our diet. Without them, the body can struggle to retain water effectively, potentially leading to dehydration. Symptoms can include dizziness, fatigue, and headaches. Therefore, careful attention to hydration status, and for some, consideration of electrolyte supplementation, though this technically breaks a strict water fast, is important, especially during longer fasts. Another common issue is orthostatic hypotension. This refers to a sudden drop in blood pressure that can occur when a person stands up too quickly from a sitting or lying position during a fast. The body's ability to regulate blood pressure can be altered during fasting due to changes in fluid volume and electrolyte balance. This can lead to symptoms such as lightheadedness, dizziness, blurred vision, and even fainting, which increases the risk of falls and injuries. Individuals undertaking a water fast should be advised to move slowly and carefully, particularly when changing posture, to minimize the risk of experiencing these episodes. Several other complications can arise, particularly with prolonged or unsupervised water fasting. Hyponatremia, or low sodium levels in the blood, can occur if one drinks excessive amounts of water without adequate sodium intake, further diluting the body's sodium reserves. This is a serious condition that can affect brain function. Hypoglycemia, or low blood sugar, can also be a risk, especially for individuals who are not metabolically adapted to using ketones efficiently, or those with underlying glucose regulation issues. Furthermore, very long fasts without proper safeguards can lead to muscle breakdown as the body seeks protein for essential functions and can impair cognitive performance. The impact of water fasting on pre-existing medical conditions must also be carefully considered. For individuals with diabetes, particularly type 1, or those on certain diabetes medications, fasting can lead to dangerous fluctuations in blood sugar levels if not managed meticulously with medical support. People with cardiovascular disease may experience arrhythmias or other cardiac complications due to electrolyte imbalances. Those with kidney disease may find their condition exacerbated, as the kidneys play a vital role in managing fluid and electrolyte balance, which is already stressed during a fast. Therefore, fasting can significantly worsen these conditions if not approached with extreme caution and expert medical advice. Section 7. Who should steer clear? Identifying contraindications for water fasting. There are specific groups of people for whom water fasting is generally not recommended due to heightened risks. Children and adolescents under the age of 18 should not undertake water fasts. Their bodies are still growing and developing, requiring a consistent supply of nutrients and energy. Similarly, older adults, typically those over 65 years, may be more vulnerable to the potential adverse effects of fasting, such as muscle loss, dizziness, and electrolyte disturbances, unless they are in excellent health and the fast is closely monitored by a healthcare professional. The physiological reserves in these age groups may be less robust, making fasting a more precarious undertaking. Individuals with chronic kidney disease face particular dangers with water fasting. The kidneys are essential for filtering waste products from the blood and maintaining fluid and electrolyte balance. Fasting can place additional stress on already compromised kidneys, potentially worsening their function and leading to serious complications. The shifts in hydration and mineral levels during a fast can be difficult for impaired kidneys to manage. Therefore, anyone with known kidney problems should avoid water fasting to prevent further damage to these vital organs and to maintain their overall health stability. A history of eating disorders is a significant contraindication for water fasting. For individuals who have struggled with conditions like anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, or binge eating disorder, the restrictive nature of fasting can trigger unhealthy thought patterns and behaviors. It can rekindle obsessive concerns about food, weight, and body image, potentially leading to a relapse. The focus on food deprivation inherent in fasting can be psychologically damaging for these individuals. Prioritizing mental health and a balanced, sustainable relationship with food is paramount, making water fasting an unsuitable practice for this vulnerable group. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should also abstain from water fasting. During pregnancy, the developing fetus requires a constant and adequate supply of nutrients for healthy growth and development, which fasting cannot provide. Similarly, breastfeeding mothers need sufficient caloric and nutrient intake to produce nutritious milk and maintain their own health. Fasting could compromise both the mother's well-being and the infant's nourishment. Additionally, individuals taking certain medications, such as those for blood pressure or diabetes, need to consult their doctor, as fasting can alter medication effects and require dosage adjustments to prevent harm. Section 8. Embarking on the journey, preparation, and safe execution of a water fast. Before even considering a water fast, the most crucial first step is to consult a healthcare provider. This is not merely a suggestion, but an essential safety measure. A doctor can assess your current health status, review any underlying medical conditions you may have, and discuss the medications you are taking. They can help determine if water fasting is appropriate and safe for you, or if it poses undue risks. This professional guidance is invaluable, as it can help you make an informed decision and potentially avert serious health complications. Attempting a water fast without medical clearance, especially if you have pre-existing health issues, is strongly discouraged. Proper preparation can make the fasting experience smoother and safer. It is generally advisable not to jump into a fast abruptly from a diet high in processed foods, sugar, and caffeine. Instead, spend a few days or even a week beforehand gradually improving your diet. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods, plenty of fruits and vegetables, and lean protein. Consider reducing your meal sizes in the days leading up to the fast to allow your stomach to adjust. Cutting back on caffeine can also help prevent withdrawal headaches during the fast. This gentle transition helps to prepare your body physiologically and mentally for the period of abstinence. During the water fast itself, the primary instruction is simple: drink only water. Sip water consistently throughout the day to maintain hydration. Avoid other beverages, including black coffee, tea, or diet sodas, as these can interfere with some of the physiological processes of fasting or contain hidden calories or stimulants. It is also vital to listen to your body. Rest is crucial during a water fast. Avoid strenuous physical activity or demanding work schedules if possible. Light activities like gentle walking may be acceptable for some, but it is generally a time for the body to conserve energy and focus on internal processes. Should you feel excessively unwell, it is important to break the fast and seek advice. Breaking a fast correctly is just as important as the fast itself. Reintroducing food too quickly or with the wrong types of food can cause significant digestive discomfort, such as nausea, stomach cramps, or diarrhea. This is sometimes referred to as refeeding syndrome, which can be serious after longer fasts. Start with small, easily digestible foods. Bone broth, steamed, non-starchy vegetables, a small piece of fruit, or a little plain yogurt are often good choices. Gradually increase the quantity and variety of foods over several days. Avoid heavy, rich, or highly processed foods immediately after a fast. This careful reintroduction allows your digestive system to gently readjust. Section 9. Weighing the scales. A balanced perspective on water fasting. Water fasting undeniably presents a range of potential health benefits that many find appealing. These include the possibility of significant weight loss, as the body turns to its fat reserves for fuel. There is also evidence suggesting improvements in key metabolic health markers, such as lower blood pressure and better insulin sensitivity, which can be beneficial for conditions like hypertension and type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, the stimulation of cellular repair processes like autophagy and stem cell regeneration offers the prospect of deeper healing and rejuvenation at a cellular level. These potential upsides contribute to the enduring interest in water fasting as a health intervention. However, it is imperative to balance these potential rewards against the very real and serious risks involved. Dehydration can occur despite water consumption due to electrolyte loss. Orthostatic hypotension, leading to dizziness and falls, is a common concern. More severe complications like hyponatremia, hypoglycemia, and adverse effects on individuals with pre-existing medical conditions such as kidney disease or heart problems highlight the need for caution. The body undergoes significant physiological stress during a fast, and not everyone is equipped to handle these changes safely, making it a practice that demands careful consideration and respect for its potential dangers. It is crucial to understand that water fasting is not a universally suitable or safe practice for everyone. Individual responses to fasting can vary dramatically based on genetics, baseline health, lifestyle, and mental state. What might be a positive experience for one person could be detrimental for another. The allure of quick results should not overshadow the importance of individual suitability and safety. Therefore, a blanket recommendation for water fasting is inappropriate. A personalized approach, taking into account one's unique health profile, is essential before embarking on such a restrictive regimen. The decision should never be taken lightly. In conclusion, while water fasting may offer intriguing health advantages for some, its potential risks necessitate a cautious and informed approach. The single most important piece of advice for anyone contemplating a water fast is to consult with a qualified healthcare professional before starting.